Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing great. My name is George, and this is the public Sitrep, where we'll check together what happened last week. We'll find together the most important levels on the chart, to the upside, to the downside. And obviously, if you have questions, please post the question in the YouTube chat. And towards the end of the stream, I'll do my best to answer your question. Today, we'll look as usual at Bitcoin, and we will take a look at ES. Okay, so let's not waste any more time. So let's start with the Bitcoin chart, daily time frame, a naked chart, because usually, and especially today on Monday, the beginning of the week, we need to understand where we are on the chart. And I want to keep everything simple based on market structure and based on SNR flip level. So let's check what's going on the chart. So basically we are here, right? So this is, for me at least, and if you watch our content, maybe if you are in our Discord, in the premium or in the free Discord, this shouldn't come as a surprise for anyone here, because the price is still fighting with this area. Let's mark once again this area, right? Something along these lines, right? This is an SNR flip level because first of all, the price need to claim this area, 30k psychological area. Again, this is a high time frame area, and when we talk about high time frame areas, you know, 2, 3, 5% to the upside, to the downside really doesn't matter, right? Then we need to find levels, confluences, and everything for that sharp entry. But overall and high time frame, especially for a swing trader, this is an area. Always, it is a good idea to always think about this as an area. So first of all, the price claimed the 30k psychological area, then backtest, support, more upside. Once again, backtest, this area holding, some swing failure patterns, small front run here, and so on. Great. Then a new hard high on the chart. The price comes back once again, consolidation. The price takes the low, consolidation, and then this area was lost, giving the possibility of this bear market, right? This entire section of the chart. And guess what? Now the price is back up. The bulls are trying to claim this area. And at the first try we had here, there have been some rejection, some 30k to 25k psychological area, and now we're back in this area. So this is the first thing that, and please allow me to hide this, this is the first thing that we need to be aware on this chart, right? So this is a very important SNR flip level. It was support, now it is resistance. And one thing to pay attention, this is the first touch, the second touch of this level, right? The first time the price was actually trying to claim this level, it was just a week, and then more downside, the back test here, and more downside. Now the price is forming a range here. So usually, and this is the general rule about any SNR flip level, the more time it gets tested, the weaker it becomes. So for example here, the first time good support, second time good support, third time not so much. The price breaking that level and moving to the downside. Now first touch, you can be more aggressive here, resistance, more downside is possible, great. But at the second touch, we need to pay attention, right? This is where everything becomes a bit more tricky, right? Because at the second touch, and if this is the bullish case, and this is a big if this is the bullish case, one would expect this level to be breached and the price should push to the upside. However, for the moment, we are forming a range, and we need to pay attention to what's going on with this range, right? But overall, this is the level to claim, right? So the task for the bulls right now is to claim this area. And to be more specific, we do have a couple of levels, right? So for me, very important is this low here. I really like this low. Let me see if I have that one marked. Okay, this one. So that would be 32,903, right? This low, right? And other than that, we need to talk about this range, and within this range and just below this SNR flip level, we do have this high and this high, right? So let's mark this one, for example, for a swing failure pattern, and this one is 32,392, right? And then we do have another one, 32,642. So I would say the next important area to the downside is between this one and this one. So from 32,300 and 32,400 to 32,900. Again, it is an area. Yes, we do have between the two levels, we do have roughly 2%. But again, this is high time frame and this is acceptable. I mean, this has to be, you can watch this as an area, right? So that's the first things that we need to pay attention for. So the task for the bulls, right, is to break this range to the upside and claim this level. If this happens, that opens up, that is very, very bullish price action, and that opens the possibility for more upside. And when we talk more upside, definitely we do have our ranges, and you all know my range. This is the range. The price currently is within the value area of this range. We do have, like I said, this SNR flip level, but if this area, let's say 33 area, K area, if this area will be claimed, then it opens the possibility for the point of control. Obviously, in between there are levels to trade, but overall and high time frame, if this level would be claimed, this entire section of the chart, and especially this level, the 32,900, right? If this level will be claimed and flipped to support, then more upside is possible. Again, 45 to 50k area, that will be the next area where we would expect some resistance. So let's pay attention to this level, right? So this is the task for the bulls, to break this current range, and then the price needs to claim this level, flip it to support, and then more upside is possible, right? Also, another task for the bulls is to keep the current range, this range that we do have here. If the price would break this range to the downside, that would be, let's say the bulls are failing to keep this support, and that opens the possibility for more downside. Okay, so this is what the bulls need to do. The bulls need to break this range to the upside and claim this level, right? So this is what the bulls need to do. And the bears needs to hold this resistance, this current resistance, right? What we do have here, this range, and they need to break this range to the downside. So we need to pay attention. And for the moment, we established what the bulls need to do and what the bears need to do, and both with good and bad, meaning the bulls needs to break this and the bears needs to defend this as resistance. So that's the first thing that as a trader I need to do, because that way I can actually trade, I can have my bias, obviously in between, because this current range is a very, very good range for trading, because from top to bottom we talk about almost 8%. So that's very good for scalps, day trades. But overall, we need to see what will happen with this range, right? So those are the levels that we need to pay attention to the upside. Now, to the downside, we do have still this high time frame, what I call a high time frame SNR flip level. It was printed here. It was resistance, then it was claimed, back tested once again, giving the possibility of this rise, right? So this is for the moment, high time frame. Those are the levels that we need to pay attention to. This one, which should be resistance, but if breached, claimed, back tested, flipped from resistance to support, more upside is possible. That's not happening yet. We will get back to the low time frame, and we need to see what's going on there. But this is the levels that the bulls needs to claim, and the bears need to break this range and push possibly to this level, right? So those are the most important levels, SNR flip levels right now on the chart, obviously together with the high time frame, the 30 to 33k area, right? Also, because we talked about this level, which was very good resistance, and then support, everything that's going on above this level, one would say this could be considered as a range. And let me see if I got this range, right? Okay, so this is the range that we do have here, right? And currently, as you can see, the price is consolidating above the value area high of this range, creating a range on top of the value area high of this bigger range, right? So starting with the high time frame level, then we move to low time frame level, and we need to see what's going on to find our level, to find our bias, to find where actually you want to trade and what that trade would be, if that trade would be a short or if that trade would be a long. This is a good moment. Good morning, sound is good, thank you. Good morning everyone. We do have people in the chat, that is great, and also you can hear me and obviously see me. That is great. That is exactly what I was looking for. Now, as I said, we do have a range here, and if you know the way I like to trade ranges, I like to trade ranges from the top. Then we do have the value area of this range, value area high, point of control, value area low, and then the bottom of this range. That is the way I like to trade ranges, and that should be the main trading idea when you are trading a range. And that goes for any kind of range. Could be a high time frame, a mid time frame, a low time frame range. You trade the ranges in the same way. You trade from the low to high, and obviously in between we do have the value area of this range, from the value area high, for example, to the point of control, value area low, and back up as long as the support holds, right? So we do have this here. So the price is consolidating in this area, and as long as this value area high is holding as support, I would say more upside is possible. The first sign of weakness, locally speaking, would be if this local range will break to the downside, and then the price will get acceptance back into the value area of the bigger range. That will be the first sign of weakness. And because we talk about this range, let's actually see this range, how it looks like. And it looks like this, right? So we do have a bigger range on top, a smaller range on top of a bigger range. So this is how this range looks like. And again, we can see that the value area of this range is doing the job. Some deviations, another deviation, this happened on Friday, big push to the upside on Thursday, then on Friday big rejection, and now we need to see what is going on here. We will move to lower time frame to actually see what's going on, but on the high time frame, this is what we do have right now. So we are, to recap this, we are on a high time frame SNR flip levels. We do have levels to the upside, 32,900, between 32,900 to 32,392. So those are the next area, the next levels to be aware to the upside, right? Then this, the 25K area, 25,222. This is our current high time frame support, and it's easy to see this, right? So it was resistance, and now it is support. Right, so this is our support. So the price could potentially move between these two levels, and more locally, we do have this range. Everything that's happening above this level is creating a range, a mid time frame range, and currently the value area high of this mid time frame range is holding the price, is holding as support. So the price just consolidating here, and locally we do have a smaller range, and we need to pay attention to what's going on here. But high time frame, those are kind of the levels that I am looking at for the moment. Yes, we've seen this rejection, and it was a very nice trade, a very nice rejection, and top to bottom that is a 6% move. Great. And one would see, hey, this is weakness. Could be, could potentially be, but let's not forget what happened here, because we kind of had the same situation, right? Where the price took the high swing failure pattern and then moved, that time move roughly around 6% once again to the downside, right? So we've seen this. This is the way we trade a range, and another rejection and another rejection, right? But still, and very important, this range is still continuing. So the value area high here is still there, and this, in my opinion, for the moment, this is not bearish price action. And yes, you trade within this range, very good trades. I mean, a 6% move, that's a huge move on the Bitcoin chart. But other than that, this is not weakness. For me, weakness would be, the first sign of weakness would be if the price would do something like this. So break this range, right? No swing failure pattern, no nothing at the lows, and the price will get acceptance back into the bigger range, back into the value area of the bigger range. Now, that would be kind of, bearish price action. That would be weakness, and that would open the possibility for the next levels to the downside. But until I see this actually happening, I would say this is not weakness. We do have a range here, and the best trading idea is to actually trade this range. And I guess if I remember correctly, the last message I posted on Friday, somewhere in this area, and I said, look, this is a strong rejection. Everything looks bearish now, but as long as the value area low of this local range is holding, the main trading idea should be still the range, and we can continue to trade the value area of this range from the value area low to the point of control, right? You can see the price is fighting with the point of control to possibly to the value area high of this range, and why not once again to the top of the range. If we start to see the value area low breaking, then we do have the low of the range, we do have the value area high of the bigger range, and possibly the price will move lower. But for the moment, that's not happening. The value area low is acting as support, and the price moved to the next important level within the range, which is the point of control. Obviously, we do have some other levels, some other confluences there, and slowly we will get to that. But to have like a high time frame, starting with a high time frame and moving to a lower time frame, and I'm not using any kind of complicated things, just an SNR flip levels and this ranges, and everyone should be aware of this. Tools, very easy to use, very easy to spot, especially on a high time frame. And if you're not mastering these levels, then maybe you should pay some attention, spend some time to actually to develop this, this habit, this of using the SNR flip levels and the fixed ranges. Okay, now let's see what do we have on top of this. Let's hide everything, and then let's move to the horizontal levels, right? I already have them here, so we are on a daily time frame. So let's see what do we have. So starting with this one, right? Starting with this one. Let's hide this one too. Okay, hide. This one was a very, very old level, so it was printed here, right, in May 2022, right? So it is an older level, but still gets the job done. And I presented this level to my team, I think it was on Wednesday, right? On Wednesday, remember we had another daily level here. We did the job once, twice, 3 times, holding the price down. But then, sometimes we need to pay attention to the new levels, although this is not a new level, but and like I said, I presented this level, this daily level on Wednesday, and on Thursday, this happened, because it is always good to have levels when you are trading on the chart, right? Imagine without this level, what would be the trading idea? Well, the trading idea should be a swing failure pattern or a failed auction of this high, top of the range at that point in time, right? But if you have this level, you can actually be more aggressive. You can check how the move is, the strength, the weakness, together with the order flow, and you can make a better, more informed trading decision. So it is good to pay attention to this even older levels, but as you can see, they give really, really, really good result. Then we do have a new daily level here. So the older level is 31,756. I'm still keeping this one on my chart because it is very, very close to the top of the range. One could say you can remove it, but for me, I still like to keep this one on my chart. Then we do have a new daily level, 31,474. Definitely an important level, very, very close to the top of the range. And again, we could see a reaction at this level, or if the price would move higher, we can check the strength or the weakness of the move using these levels. So let's keep this one on the chart. Also, we do have a daily level here, and that will be 29,882. Small front run here, small front run, not the best trading situation, because one would expect, as always, this level to be tapped and then you can make a trading decision. But sometimes, you know, you do get this kind of situation when you see a small front run, and that makes it just a bit harder to trade. Although we still have, be this one, the value area low here of this range. So you can trade the value area low, but this small front run wasn't the best. You know, when you're trading, you definitely don't want this to happen. You want to see the, like here, for example, you want to see the level tapped, then you know what's going on. Small front run like this are a bit harder to trade, and then you need to pay attention to the order flow. But other than that, those are the daily levels that we do have in this area. Obviously, we do have levels below, but for the moment, this is what I am interested. Then let's get back to the weekly. Well, we do have this weekly level here, right? So that would be 30,162, and it is our current support. And obviously the next important weekly to the downside is actually 25,930, right? So that's quite low. Other than that, and please allow me to get back to the daily time frame once again, we do have this monthly, right? And this monthly was tapped here, not much of a reaction, if any reaction. Usually I like to keep this one on the chart because it is very, very close to the low of this range, of the top range, but this is not a fresh level, so I would use that as an additional confluence, right? So that monthly would be 29,237. If you want to remove it, that's totally fine. But then we do have this monthly level. Right enough, let's go to the monthly so we can actually see this better, right? So we do have this one was printed here, was tapped, so no problem, but we do have a fresh untapped monthly level 27,210. Okay, and that is an interesting level. Also, we do have this one 23,134. Definitely another level to pay attention, but it is lower. So first of all, we need to pay attention to this one and then to the other one. Okay, now let's move to the daily. Okay, so those are the levels to pay attention to. Then the other thing that we could do is actually pull some fibs. Please allow me to hide this, and then we can pull some fibs. Obviously, the first fib pull that comes in my mind is actually this one, right? Something along these lines. And I like to trade the golden pocket. Everyone likes to trade the golden pocket. So the first golden pocket comes around 27K area, right? Okay, so just in case, remember, we do have to put back our ranges, right? Just in case the price will break this range, the local range to the downside, get acceptance in here, then we do have the point of control, very important level within the value area of this range. And then we do have this, the golden pocket, right? And we need to see if we have some other confluences in that area. Now, get back to, sorry, not this one, but the horizontal levels. Look, we do have this monthly level, so we do have a very, very nice confluence between the golden pocket, and we do have this monthly level 27,210, right? So that could be a level that I could potentially be interested, right, to trade here again if this is the locally the bearish case and the price will break this range to the downside, right? So that would be an area of interest. If no reaction here, because we are trading based on reaction, I don't like to preset. I like to set an alert, check what's going on, and then, you know, good reaction, trade. No reaction, I just wait until the price will hit the other level. Now, if no reaction here, so that would be an area that I would be interested in trading, and I'd be very surprised if no reaction here whatsoever. That would give me information about what's going on. And if no reaction here, that means we have a very, very strong move to the downside. And, you know, especially if you start to see this trending days with single prints and everything, then you need to step back just a bit, let the price action develop and give it some time. But in a normal price action, I would say this area should provide some sort of support, right? This area should provide some sort of support. But let's say no support in this area, then the next important level to the downside, and for that we need to hide the horizontal levels, right? Then no reaction here, so let's say no reaction at the value area high, no reaction at the point of control, no reaction in this area. Then the next important level is actually the value area low, these lows, and let's not forget we do have this, the SNR high time frame SNR flip level, and always the possibility of a swing failure pattern here. So my longs, because in this area we talk about longs, so my longs technically, sorry, not this one, my longs that I'm interested would be somewhere in this area, right? And depending on the reaction, you know, that should be the stop loss. Is hard to say right now what the stop loss would be. I would like a wick that would give me some sort of stop loss, but this is the first area that I'll be interested in trading. Now, if we do get a reaction, we do get a bounce, then the price needs to claim the point of control, and then we do have this area, the value area high, which is also the lows of this range, and that could act as an SNR flip level. So let's pay attention to this. So that could be one scenario. If the price will be able to get acceptance once again back into this range, especially back into the value area of this range, then yeah, one would see another push to the upside, and who knows, maybe higher, right? So that would be one trading idea. But let's say no reaction here, right? Then we move to the next important level on the chart, would be this low. Maybe this low here was a very, very good trade. I talked about this trade at that point in time. You know, this is the second touch of this level. So the first touch of the level, I like to be more aggressive, but the second touch of this level, we need to take our time to see what's going on there, and so on and so on. But definitely this is another area that I am interested. If I see a swing failure pattern, I trade a swing failure pattern, and same story, especially if we get the bounce here and the price will be able to get acceptance back into the value area of this range, then a point of control, same story, value area high, this SNR flip level locally, and possibly higher. So those are the two areas, locally speaking, that I would be interested in trading. Below this level, so below this level, right? Because first we start with this pull, then we do have the other pull, right? So look, the other golden pocket comes just below this level. So that's why I mentioned the swing failure pattern trading idea, because together with this, we do have this, the golden pocket here, right? And maybe you'll see a reaction, right? But then if the price moves lower and if we get the swing failure pattern, first of all, the price needs to claim this level, right? So this was, remember, this was resistance, claimed, flip to support. So the price needs to claim this level. That's why this would be a bit tricky trade. And again, stop loss, depending on the reaction. Let's see how deep the wick will go. Let's see what's going on there. But definitely let's pay attention. But again, this is another area that I'll be interested in trading. But some conditions needs to be met. The price needs to claim this level, then get acceptance back into the value area of this range. Point of control, value area high. Possibly higher, yes. But we need to see if, and this is the big story, if this level will be lost, will be flipped once again to resistance, right? So if the price will do something like this, I don't know, something along these lines, boom, comes here, take the lows, but instead of claiming this level, does something like this, then definitely it opens a possibility for lower. That's why, like I mentioned, we do trade based on reaction. And if this level will be lost, if the 25K area would be lost, that would be major weakness in my opinion. And moving, because remember we started with the with this fib pull, right? We started with the first fib pull here. We do have some levels, interesting levels depending on the reaction, yes, no. Then we move to the next important low, giving us this area, additional confluence for a swing failure pattern, and so on and so on. Sorry, to this one. And then we move to the actually to the lower low, which gives us the third area, and that would be the 20k psychological area. You know, this low here for a swing failure pattern, that, you know, that would be another area. Now we need to put this back on the chart, right? Because for the first, remember, for the first one from here, we had this monthly level as additional confluence, which is great. For the second one, right, we still have a monthly level here. So maybe the price will go just a bit deeper, right? Golden pocket 0.71, you know, I like to trade this level. We do have this monthly level 23,134, right? So this is an important area, right? So let's pay attention to this area, right? So the golden pocket comes with the first untapped monthly, the second untapped monthly, and the last one, we do have this daily around the daily 20,195, somewhere in this area. So that would be the areas where, you know, my best guess is that we will have a reaction here, or, you know, somewhere in this area, right? Or the lows. So there are a couple of areas that we need to pay attention, right? And let's see how the price action will develop. So very, very simple ways to find confluences, to find levels, and to know exactly, especially for high time frame, where you'd like to trade. However, like I said, and my main trading idea is still to the upside. I do not consider that we do have weakness so far. Yes, we do have rejection after rejection after rejection, but still the market structure, even with even within this local range, the market structure is still bullish. The prices keep printing higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low for the moment, right? This is what we do have right now. Give me some bearish price action, I'll say yes, this could be the top, right? But for the moment, and as it stands, and as long as this range will continue, right? So the price will keep ranging with this range. I would say more upside is possible. That's my main trading area. For me, weakness is below this level, and then we need to check what's going on and look for retracement until the bullish case is invalidated, because like I said, my main trading idea is to the upside. The bullish case, the first sign of major weakness is if no reaction here, if this level will be flipped. Then we move to the 20k area, this low, and below this low, this is weakness, because if the 20k area will be lost, then it opens the possibility of a new lower low on the chart, the 15k area, right? But for the moment, that's not the case. We are here, the price is still ranging, right? We do have levels in between, a lot of levels in between to trade, but pay attention to this one, the 25k area, then 20k area, and then possibly a new lower low on the chart, right? So those are kind of the high time frame levels that we need to trade. And to the upside, the one that I was showing you, basically this one and this one, right? So 32,900, 32,300, 92,400. So those are the areas that the bulls really need to defend, this 25k area, because if not 25, then possibly 20k. And the bears needs to, if they fail to defend this range, right, the top of this range, then this is a major level, because if this level will be claimed, then, you know, it opens the possibility to 45 to 50k area. Those are the levels that I am paying attention high time frame, right? Obviously, like I said, in between here, and I showed you a lot of levels within this range, within the bigger range, even from here to the 25k area, those are a lot of levels to pay attention. Doesn't mean you need to trade each level, like long each level. No, set an alert, check the reaction and see what's going on. You see something good, even if it is for a scalp, for a day trade, you book some profits, you move your stop loss at entry, and then let's say the price will reverse, you get stopped out, you make some money. But definitely pay attention to the levels in between. And also here we do have levels in between, so do not expect that it is possible. 100% it is possible, but I don't think this will be a case when the price will break this level and by next day will go to 45 or to 50k area. It is possible, yes, because this is Bitcoin and anything is possible on the Bitcoin chart. I mean, we can see 20-30% move within the day, but that will be something out of the ordinary. And you know, my best guess is that we will move from a range to another range and so on and so on. You know, that would be the more let's say usual price action. Yeah, so those are kind of the levels that I'm looking for. Hopefully I'm not missing anything, but if I'm missing something, definitely, and like I always say, you should be, this is our Discord, this is the free section of our Discord where we post every day, myself or Victor. By the way, our team, Victor, Paul and Wei, they are racing in Tokyo. We had a very, very nice race this weekend. Everything is on Twitter, but like I said, usually I'm posting and Victor, we are posting something every day, like a high time frame levels, what's my bias, what's everything there. So it is a good idea to join our free Discord. And obviously, if you want to learn more, to get more in depth about this, obviously we do have the premium members in the premium levels in Discord, where we go more in depth. We check the price action together. We have daily updates. We do have live trading session each week. I'm there most of the time when there's price action. I do my best to update my team in real time. Also on our website successrepeated.com is where everything, you can see the our levels and everything. We can have Victor here, and yeah, also our YouTube channel, right, where you can find everything, more details. For example, this is my Twitter, where I post things, you know, I post basically what's going on. And look, this is the racing team. Basically our team was racing in Tokyo and so on. So yeah, if you're interested in this, in what we do, and you want to go more in depth, this is the way to, a very, very easy way to find. But still, it is not a bad idea to join our free Discord, where you get an update like every day. Good. Now, this is Bitcoin, right? And I was talking about more about longs that I would take because we are still in an uptrend. To short, obviously this was an easy short, and if you missed this short, now it is a moment to wait. Now it is a moment to wait. Let the price action develop. Let's see how NY Open will open today, right? Let's see how that will be, because the only trade that I would take in this area would be a long or no trade. Obviously, this starts as a scalp with the possibility of a day trade and maybe something more, but to short in this area, that's not something that I would do, and this is not something that I would say it's a good idea. You always need to wait for a bounce, and then if you see weakness, maybe you can check the order flow, see bearish order flow, then you can make a trading decision, right? But other than that, we're at support, and support is support until proven otherwise. If the price will move once again here, and if I see weakness, then I'm more than happy to short this kind of moves. And if you shorted this move, then congratulations, that was a very, very good trade. But don't forget to book some profits. This is a good area to book. Could be take profit 1, could be take profit 2, or no, book some profits, because you never know what's going to happen. And this, from a very, very good trade, the price could push to the upside and it turns into a losing trade, and there is no need to do something like that. So let's pay attention to what's going on, and let's see how NY Open. Usually on Monday, I'm not in a rush to take any kind of trades, because I want to see how, unless the price will, you know, touch some important areas where I need to check the reaction and see what's going on. But Other than that, let's see NY open. Let's see how everything will develop. Let's check for a second ES here, right? ES. So definitely, and if we zoom out even more, this is not a bearish chart, right? This is not a bearish chart, and just by looking at this chart, I would say definitely more upside is possible, right? And other than that, very, very simple, fixed range. This is the high time frame, fixed range, right? And I showed you when this, when was the last public sim? 2 weeks ago. I showed you this and not much happened, right? So basically the price spent a lot of time here trying to claim the point of control of this range. Point of control, resistance, consolidation, breakout, backtest, and up we go, right? And then within this, please allow me to hide view up for a second. Within the range, the value area of this range, the next important level is actually the value area high. Well, we had this high, and if you watch this stream at this point in time when the price was here, as I look, I'm looking for a short here depending on the reaction. However, instead of a swing failure pattern, we got this gap, right? The value area high of this range was claimed, and since then was up, and if we check what's going on in this section of the chart, we can clearly see that we do have a bullish market structure, meaning higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, still a higher high. So definitely there are scalps to be taken, day trades, but other than that, this is not weakness, this is strength, right? So one would say more upside is possible based on what I see on this chart. Very, very important. If we start to see a bigger rejection, like possibly this one, and maybe we'll see another rejection, right? You'll see why I'm saying that. This is a very, very important area. Think about this, the value area high, which currently stands around 43.39. Again, give or take, it's an area. And also this gap, right? Well, no, the gap sooner or later will be filled. So this, the value area high plus this gap, this should be an interesting level to trade. The real sign of weakness would be if we start to see bigger rejection, if we start to see a change in market structure, right? On daily time frame, so that would be something like this. So let's say the price would need to take this low, make a lower low, then a lower high, and another lower low, and the price will go here. So that's a very, very interesting area. And depending on what's going on here, if we start to see bounce and change in market structure, then, you know, very, very simple, more upside is possible. Where if we start to see this, the price getting acceptance back into the value area of this range, back testing this area, and then more downside, then, you know, that would be the bearish case. So let's pay attention to this area, right? And other than that, to the downside, we do have this, a point of control, which was resistance, consolidation, claimed, back tested, up we go. So pay attention to these two levels to the downside. Basically this gap, right? So the 43, this area, right? And then we do have the 41.50, let's say, give or take. Again, think about this as an area, right? But those are the levels that the bulls actually needs to defend for more upside. And now, because we talk about more upside, let's see the horizontal level. So basically we do have a monthly level here, right? We do have an interesting monthly level here, which currently is holding the price to the downside. To see this monthly level, we need to go on month. So see monthly level here, and also a monthly level very, very close to the top of this range. So basically this is our resistance. Also, we do have this monthly is holding the price down for the moment. We do have this high for a swing failure pattern. We all know swing failure pattern is a very, very easy trade, but other than that, we do not have too much. We do have this monthly and the possibility of a swing failure pattern of the higher high. So this monthly is 45.41, and the top monthly is 47.71. So let's pay attention to these monthly levels, right? Because this one tapped and now is holding the price down, and also we do have the other one, the other monthly level very, very close to the top of the range. And let's hide this for a second, horizontal levels, and let's put back this range, because we do have a bigger range, and same story as on the Bitcoin chart. The price is printing here a new range, right? So the price moved from the value area high to the value area low, the value area high, point of control, and now up, right? So locally, let's see if the price, this area, right? Let's mark this one, right, as an SNR flip level. Although I would think about it as an area. So that was resistance, as you can see, rejection, high, low, boom, up we go. So definitely let's pay attention to this area just in case we start to see a bigger rejection. Then I'll think about the value area high of this range. If the price gets acceptance in here, then we start to trade the levels, right? Where point of control plus liquidity, we can get a reaction there. Then we do have value area low of this range plus some more liquidity, we could have a reaction there. And other than that, the low of this range, and like I said, we're moving back to this gap and the value area high of the high time frame range. Those are the levels to actually to trade. Like I said, for the moment, this is not weakness. Definitely this is not weakness. I mean, you can clearly see the bullish price action here, and not only that, but each time, most of the time, you see a reaction and the retracement somewhere around the golden pocket. Okay, this time moves just a bit lower, right? And then we've seen, please allow me to delete this, the other one, we've seen the retracement once again to the golden pocket. And now let's see what's going on. Maybe we'll see another reaction to the golden pocket here, right? Something along these lines, like, look, we do have this, we do have the value area high, we do have the golden pocket here, and maybe you'll see another reaction. As long as the market structure is bullish, then more upside is possible. So there is definitely not, this is not a weak chart. So that's why just on the Bitcoin chart, but this one is even more bullish because there's literally no weakness, some retracement, but the retracements are, you know, like 2%, 3% top, right? Very nice. Golden pocket, value area low, point of control, and so on. So they are kind of easy to trade. And as long as this market structure remains bullish, then the main trading idea should be buy the dip. That's kind of the easiest way to do. Now, also, you need to remember to book profits. Like, let's say you long somewhere in this area and then the price bumped into a monthly level, untapped monthly level. So obviously that should be a take profit one, right? Or even close the entire trade. You made some money or so on. Obviously, there is no actual need to close the trade, but a take profit one should be in order. Maybe move your stop loss at entry to protect your position, right? So that's how you trade. And now we need to see on this chart, definitely we need to see what's going on with this monthly level. If this monthly level will be claimed, like I said, there's, I mean, we do have this high, right? Let's pay attention to this high, but other than that, there's not much up to this monthly. We can pull some fibs, right? If this allows me to do that, we can pull some fibs like this, top to bottom, and we can enable the retracement. Okay, so the price is trying to flip 786, and then we do have 886, right? So maybe a swing failure pattern together with a touch of the 886 level, and then we get back to the monthly, and then we need to see what's going on. But other than that, there is not much to this monthly, you know. So definitely this is not a bearish chart, and we need to see what's going on. But other than that, in my opinion, those are the next important and the most important levels on the chart. Okay, so this is, yes, that is Bitcoin. Let's see if I have some questions. No problem, thank you. I'm more than happy to share this kind of TA, basic TA, but very, very effective, something that everyone should be aware. And this is easy to learn. So this is nothing complicated. This is not, I don't know, some crazy levels, but very, very easy to spot. High time frame, like, look, this is resistance. Now the price is trying to claim it, right? Then the 25K area printed here, resistance. One would think about that should be support. Now we need to see what's going on. So trading should be, or at least the technical analysis part should be very, very easy. Then we move to execution, we move to keeping our emotion check. We need to remember about the risk management, but yeah, this is how trading should look like. And again, if you have doubts, if you need help, this is our free Discord where we post every day. So I still think it's a very, very good idea to join our free Discord. If, like I said, if you want to go more in depth, then obviously we do have premiums, we do have modules, we do have daily updates, we do have live trading sessions. So there is a lot to learn from this experience. And obviously, if you like what we do here at Safehouse. Okay. So I guess that would be all for this stream. I managed to keep it under 1 hour, and that's that's good because, you know, we need to see what's going on, and I guess everyone is more than anxious to start trading this week. Okay, so that would be all for this stream. The next public stream will be next Monday, and unless something changes, Victor will be the host for that one. For the rest of you, if you're in our Discord, obviously, if you have questions, everything, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Like I said, we're posting something every day, some high time frame updates, and obviously for our premium members, I'll catch you after the stream where we need to talk about some more interesting levels that I want to share with you today. And obviously, you know, I'll be around for the rest of the day. Charts, questions, everything, feel free to post it. Okay. Yeah, let's see how this price action will develop. We do have a range. Let's see how this range will develop. The point of control right now is resistance. The value area low is support. Let's see which one will break first. Then if the value area low will break, then that gives the possibility, you know, for the lows of the range, or if the point of control will break, will be claimed, then we do have the possibility for the value are high and possibly top of the range. Like I said, levels in between, but those are more for scalps and day trades. Okay, that will be all for you this week. Until the next one, thank you for everything. Cheers and bye-bye.